Just open it up for questions. Coach Banner.
Matt, what do you take away from this?
Well, obviously, you know, being able to hang in there, and it's one of those games that could have went either way. And just, you know, fortunate to be on the winning side of it. We've got a lot of games in this arena where it's either went to overtime or been close at the end. It could have went either way, and you know, we lost, you know, all of them except one, and they had a three at the buzzer to win that game too. So tough place to play. You know, great coach, great program, and you know, fortunate. You know, to win the game, but we also earned the right to be in that position to either win it or lose it on, you know, one shot or one play.
Matt, what went different with Caleb Swanigan in the second half? I think he only finished with 5 points and 4 rebounds at the half, but then he kind of came alive in the second half. What went differently for you in there?
We didn't really get into a rhythm. You know, first play of the game, he took a tough shot, and then he got a couple other good looks that didn't go down for him. And they do a good job of coming over and helping, you know, with their other big and trying to contest shots and, you know, bottle them up. And at times when you got 2-3 guys on you, you got to make the simple play and pass. And I thought in the second half he just kind of was aggressive when it was going at him, but also passed the basketball and just made better decisions.
Matt, there were so many important offensive rebounds in this game. Was that a reflection of effort, right place, right time? What did you chalk that up?
I think effort. I think also when you have, you know, the size that we have, and at times you get into rotations you don't normally get into, and you might be able to stop people, but you also don't have good rebound balance. And at times there were some gaps there when guys had to help out or help in the post or double or rotate, and then we were able to get in there. Dakota got one, Spike got one, Vince Edwards got one at the start of the second half, and you know, really got us going. And you know, we were hoping to push that lead out, and Ohio State did a great job of fighting back and tying the game and taking the lead.
You were 0 for 8 from 3 until PJ's made. Just the importance of that shot, and the play Swanigan made too to kick that ball out to an open shooter.
Well, obviously, you know, we had some good looks. You know, it didn't go down. And when you have size like that, you know, you got to get a balance of shooters. And all year we've done a good job of knocking down shots. So we just tell those guys to be confident. And it was good to see PJ, you know, just step up and shoot in rhythm. And it was a huge shot for us.
I know you got Jayshawn Tate in foul trouble, and some of the other
Right.
bigs in foul trouble. But how much impact did a guy like Jayshawn have, and how much did you have to pay attention to him playing undersized against your bigs?
Well, I think it's huge. Like a lot of people look at it like we ultimately just have the advantage because we're bigger. But you know, Jayshawn Tate is a very productive player. He's tough off the bounce. He's strong. He's got a good knack, you know, going over his right shoulder as a true lefty, finishing around the rim. So he's always given us, you know, trouble. But he plays hard. You know, he's one of those guys that's kind of a 3-4 type guy. Really doesn't have a true number next to his name. He just knows how to play and goes out there and competes. So I think he gives us trouble, but he gives a lot of people trouble.
You've played against Katie Bates-Diop a handful of times now. Not having him tonight, probably a relief for you guys, but how does that change Ohio State?
Well, it's just, you know, you have, you know, your rotation's a little bit shorter, obviously. They have other guys that come off the bench that are good players. I thought, you know, Jackson really played well. I thought Potter played well. I know he's been hurt. He just came back last couple of games, but, you know, he hit that 3 and, you know, got a couple free throws there after we got a 10-point lead. And those guys really did well. But Cade is, you know, he's long, he's athletic, he can score, he can shoot. They don't quite have another guy like that coming off the bench. And so, you know, we were fortunate. You know, it's one of those things where I know when we have guys hurt that are out, nobody feels sorry for us. And it's one of those things going into the game. We prepared for him and we talked about him. And, you know, we know he's coming back from an injury and he hasn't got on track yet, but how dangerous he is.
A bit of the basket that Carson made, putting back his own missed shot that may or may not have beaten the buzzer,
It did.
the shot clock.
We're fortunate there.
Just how big was that?
That was huge. That was huge because I thought the ball was in his hands. I thought the ball was in his hands. We got a break there. You guys don't hear that much, do you? Yeah, there's the first.
They got off to a pretty good start offensively, Ohio State did, and then in the second half you were able to string together a bunch of stops. Maybe weren't always capitalizing on it like you probably would
Right.
like to, but why were you able to get more stops in the second half?
You know, I don't know. We weren't doing anything differently. You know, I thought, you know, we had, I think, a 4-point lead at half. And, you know, I thought Loving, the shot he hit at the end of the half really helped him. I thought he made a couple tough ones, you know, in that juncture. But we weren't really doing anything different, like I said before. You know, we were fortunate. You know, Tate got into a little bit of foul trouble. Their bigs got into foul trouble. So we were just trying to bottle up Lyle and trying to keep the ball out of the paint as best we could. And then, Cam Williams gets off to a good start. Again, he did it to us last year. Again, he gets off to a really good start, and we allow him to get into a rhythm. Then we do a good job on him and don't let him have a lot of attempts. So there was nothing different that we did or really changed. It might have looked that way, but there really wasn't. We just did a better job.
Matt, what does a win like this against a Big Ten team on the road, tight ball game, what does this do for a team's confidence moving forward?
Well, they're an NCAA, caliber team. They have a lot of ability, a lot of talent, and to be able to get a road, true road win, just builds your confidence. And especially a game like this that could have went either way. To be able to, even though you might have got a break here or there, it still builds your confidence. And hopefully we can. You like to win games by 10, but if you get back in these situations, it makes you guys feel better about making plays and getting stops.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.